Hello and welcome into LMU Community TV News. I'm Ashley Hurley. Thank you for joining us. Both directions of Interstate 75 are shut down just south of the Kentucky-Tennessee line due to a rock slide. The shutdown is forcing, though, more local traffic. According to transportation officials, the highway will be closed until further notice while crews work to clean up and stabilize that area. The rock slide is in Campbell County at mile marker 142, about 30 minutes south of the Kentucky border. Officials were forced to shut down the interstate after falling rocks hit several vehicles 2 Friday afternoons ago. There are no reports, though, of any injuries that took place. Detours are bringing more of that traffic through the community, and emergency officials are asking locals to use extra precautions as much of the traffic is detouring to get to their connecting routes. Detours would normally take about an hour, but with the heavier traffic, it could take several hours. There is no estimate on when the interstate will be back open. You can call 1-877-244-0065 for more information. The annual American Cancer Society Relay for Life kickoff was held on February 27th at Lincoln Memorial University's Tex Turner Arena. The athletic department right here on campus remains a continued supporter of the event after several years. The event gets volunteers started in the yearly fundraising that supports cancer research and treatment, as well as celebrating the bravery of those who fight and who have fought to beat the disease. Several vendors were set up along the concourse to sell anything from crafts to food, with all of the proceeds going to Relay for Life. Businesses, along with volunteers from all over the area, come to support the activities and also begin their fundraising. Everyone in the community not only enjoyed the Relay for Life kickoff event during the home basketball game, but everyone in the community is invited to attend the annual celebration at the Harrogate City Park, and that is held each year in September. An invitation for Claiborne County alumni and friends to get together was extended by the LMU Alumni Association. The Claiborne County Alumni Gathering was held Thursday evening at 7 o'clock in the Lincoln Dining Room for an informal alumni gathering. President B. James Dawson gave a campus update. Director of Alumni Services Sheila Cosby was on hand to give an update on LMU alumni. Director of Admissions Sherry McCreary and Assistant Vice President of Advancement Frank Woodward discussed admissions and scholarships. Refreshments were served during that gathering. The Office of Alumni Services wants to extend a thank you for the continued support of the Alumni Association, and they hope to see more alumni and prospective students during events throughout the year. Lincoln Memorial University's Women of Service is an organization dedicated to providing women opportunities to serve and give back. The group is working to recruit new members when they hold their annual spring meeting on Thursday, March 17th. The meeting is titled Go Green for Scholarships, and attendees are asked to wear green in support of the scholarship growth and also St. Patrick's Day. LMU DeBus College of Osteopathic Medicine Associate Professor of Family Medicine Jan Zirin will present a program on the essential oils from the Bible during that meeting. The program will open with a meet and greet session at 5:30 in the LMU Cumberland Gap Convention Center, followed by a catered dinner at 6 o'clock. The cost of the dinner is $13 per person. Jan Back. If you want more information, you can call Jan Back at 423-869-7072. Established in 2011, the LMU Women of Service is open to all women who want to help students at Lincoln Memorial University by living as an example of service. The Women of Service members teach LMU students about the incredibly important mission to serve in humanity. Well, coming up after the break, several students were in the stands when LMU brought home yet another win, and if you happen to miss that game, we have information on how you can catch the Rail Splitters coming up this weekend, so keep it right here on LMU Community TV News.
Oh, it's a 6. To me, being the first person to go to college, it's like setting a standard, you know? My little brother is 8 years old now. I challenge his curiosity. I challenge him to dream. I have to paint a picture for him that he can look up to and live up to and possibly be better than. My name is Jaquez, and I am your dividend.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
I dare you. I dare you to change the world. Yeah, you. In that college education.
I dare you to be somebody important.
Like be a teacher or a reality TV star.
I dare you to stand up here.
To call the shots.
To be a role model.
An inspiration. An innovator.
To be a teacher.
You can change my life. Make me excited about science like you.
Have a career that really means something.
Then do it.
I dare you.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
And welcome back. Lincoln Memorial University College of Veterinary Medicine is partnering with the Knox-Whitley Humane Society or Association in Corbin, Kentucky by providing food and care items as well as clinical services. In accordance with its mission to serve underserved populations, LMU-CVM developed the Shelter Outreach in the Appalachian Region program to provide clinical services including medical care and spay or neuter services to animals in its state-of-the-art facility located in Ewing. The Knox-Whitley Humane Association is one of several local shelters to benefit from the program. The student chapter of the Veterinary Business Management Association at LMU-CVM initiated a collection for needed items for the shelter. In December, over 150 pounds of dog and cat and numerous toys and blankets were collected to provide a more comfortable stay for an animal in the shelter. For more information about the Knox-Whitley Humane Association, you can visit www.kwas.org. The Lincoln Memorial University Duncan School of Law will host a symposium entitled Celebrating 50 Years of Miranda versus Arizona, Past, Present, and Future on Friday, April 1st in downtown Knoxville. National and local speakers will travel to Knoxville for the event, which will feature exonerated former defendant Damon Thibodeau and his attorney Herbert Larson. The pair will be speaking about Thibodeau's false confession following a 9-hour interrogation, wrongful conviction, and 15-year incarceration on death row in Louisiana's Angola prison. Thibodeau's story, which has been featured on CBS's 48 Hours, is a tragic yet triumphant case offering a great deal of insight into the practical effect of the Miranda procedures, or lack thereof, on interrogation. The program will run from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and it has been accepted for 3.25 CLE credit hours. Admission for attorneys seeking CLE credit is $25, and that does include lunch, $10 for the program and lunch, or it is free to the public without lunch. For more information, you can contact Kathy Bogman at 865-545-5301 or email kathy.bogman@lmunet.edu. Well, over the weekend, Student Services and Athletics partnered together with the School of Arts and Humanities to send the pep band and several students to Greenville on Saturday. The students had lunch at the tailgate that was provided by Alumni Services. Following the lunch at the tailgate, the students attended the games on Saturday evening. The Rail Splitters claimed their third SAC tournament title in 6 seasons and extended their winning streak to 19 games on Sunday by beating the 3-seeded Wingate Bulldogs 95-83 at Timmons Arena. Over the course of the current 19-game winning streak, the Rail Splitters have not won by fewer than 10 points, with 7 wins by at least 20 points. And coming up after this break, Adam Haley is going to update you on the games that are happening this weekend right here on campus, and also update you on all of their sports across campus, so keep it right here.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
College. It can seem a million miles away. But what if you could get help with your tuition expenses? Get help filling out all those applications and finding a major that fits. All of a sudden, the impossible becomes possible. Visit collegefortn.org today. College. You can get there from here.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Welcome back. The LMU basketball teams traveled to Timmons Arena this past weekend for the South Atlantic Conference Tournament in Greenville, South Carolina. The Lady Rail Splitters made their first trip to the SAC semifinals, and their opponent was regular season champ and 25th ranked Anderson University. Josie Harding got the scoring started, giving LMU the early lead, but it was the Trojans who led after the first 19-14. The second quarter was the turning point of the game as the Trojans outscored LMU 16-4 the entire quarter to go into the halftime break up 35-18. Anderson continued to pour it on, starting the second half on an 8-0 run and eventually leading after the third 54-30. LMU got back to within 17 in the fourth, but conference champion Anderson would move on to the conference finals by the final score of 69-51. Jasmine Kelly led LMU in scoring with 9 points, and with the loss, LMU fell to 17-12 to finish off their season. The second-ranked LMU men squared off with Newberry in the SAC semifinals. LMU scored the first 5 points of the game en route to a 19-9 run to open the game. The Wolves got the game back to within 3, but LMU would go on another run to lead at halftime 49-35. Newberry's Xavier Woods got the Wolves back to within 9 3 minutes in, but that would be as close as Newberry would get. LMU kept the lead around 15 to 25 points for the remainder of the game before eliminating Newberry 105-81. Jalen Still led LMU with 30 points as the Rail Splitters advanced to the SAC finals to meet up with Wingate. Both LMU and Wingate were assumed to be a lock in the upcoming NCAA tournament, but a conference tournament championship would guarantee them a spot, and for LMU, they were looking to complete the full SAC season unblemished. For the first 12 minutes and change, neither team could get farther away from the other than 2 possessions. A Dorian Pinson 3 started an 11-5 run to push LMU out to a 13-point lead. The Rail Splitters would lead at halftime 50-34. Wingate had been blown out by LMU in the first 2 meetings, but this time they would not go away. The Bulldogs used the first 5 minutes to go on a 17-5 run to get back within 6. LMU used the next 3 minutes to increase their lead back out to 13, and that would be enough. Wingate got back to within 7 on 2 more times in the second half, but LMU was too much as they won 95-83. Dorian Pinson and tournament MVP Luquan Choice each had 20 to lead LMU. It was LMU's third South Atlantic Conference Tournament championship in 6 years. Now later Sunday night, the NCAA announced the 64 teams that would make up the NCAA Division II men's tournament. The Southeast Region will be hosted by LMU once again this season, and they'll host Peach Belt Conference champion Lander in the first round. Other matchups include 4th-seeded Queens University matching up with 5th-seeded Columbus State, 3rd-seeded Wingate University will face 6th-seeded Montevallo, and 2nd-seeded King University, coming off their first Conference Carolinas Tournament championship, will face 7th-seeded Lenore-Ryan. All games will be held at the Textron Arena on Saturday, and for all information about the Southeast Regional, you can go to LMURailsplitters.com. The LMU baseball team spent the weekend in Newberry, South Carolina for a 3-game set with the 20th-ranked Wolves. Game 1 was on Friday, and the Rail Splitters scored first in the top of the first on a Logan Augustine RBI single to put LMU in the lead. The lead wouldn't last as the Wolves went into the 9th up 7-5, but that's when the Rail Splitters put on the rally cap, scoring 7 runs in the top half of the inning, highlighted by an H.D. Dillard 2 RBI triple to knock off Newberry 12-7. Grant Painter picked up the win in relief, going 2/3 of an inning and only allowing 1 hit. On Saturday, the two came back for a doubleheader. In the first game, LMU got on the board in the 2nd inning on a Danny Valdez RBI single. The Rail Splitters scored 2 more in the 7th and 3 more in the 8th to win 6-0. Ethan Elliott pitched a complete game, going 9 innings, allowing 5 hits and striking out 5. Looking to complete the upset-minded sweep, LMU scored 3 runs in the 2nd to take the early lead. Mason Ewers hit a solo home run in the 6th to help LMU complete the weekend with a 6-2 win. Timmy Wages picked up his 2nd win of the season, going 3 2/3 innings, allowing 2 hits and 1 run. Now at 12-4 on the season, the LMU baseball team will give Lamar Hennenfield a workout this week as they'll host Shorter on Tuesday at 2 p.m. and Lee on Wednesday at 2 p.m. before a weekend series at home with Wingate. The LMU softball team spent Sunday afternoon in Louisville, Kentucky for a doubleheader with Bellarmine. The Lady Rail Splitters got on the board in the top of the first, and that will be all the offense they would need for the first game as Brianna Taylor pitched a gem in the circle, going 7 innings and only allowing 2 hits as LMU won 2-0. Game 2 saw more offense from both teams, but it was a 2-run third and a 4-run 6th that gave LMU the 6-3 win and the sweep over Bellarmine. Taylor once again picked up the win in the circle, going 7 innings, allowing 9 hits and 3 runs while striking out 7. Now at 6-15 on the season, the ladies will finally have their home opener on Wednesday when they'll host King University. First pitch is set for 4 p.m., and the LMU Sports Network will have coverage online with live video. The LMU women's lacrosse team hosted Newberry College Saturday afternoon at the LMU Soccer Complex in hopes of picking up their first conference win in school history. Kylie Shoup put the Wolves in front less than a minute in, but it was LMU who led at the break 7-6. Amara Moss and Autumn Beddington added to LMU's lead before the Wolves ended the game on a 4-0 run to escape out of Harrogate with a 10-9 win. Moss led LMU with 3 goals in the loss. Now at 1-3 on the season, the ladies will travel to Wilbur, Kentucky Tuesday for a battle with Asbury. And finally, Peyton Manning has decided that Super Bowl 50 will be his last game in the NFL as he announced his retirement Monday afternoon. Manning walks away with 2 Super Bowl victories, 5 NFL MVPs, and numerous other awards. Manning will also retire as the NFL career leader in passing touchdowns, passing yards, and quarterback victories. Now that's all for sports. However, stay tuned. Joseph Lewis will have everything you'll need to know about the box office from last week when we return with LMU Community TV News.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. so he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Hello, I'm Joseph Lewis, bringing you all the latest information in the world of movies. Tops at the box office this weekend were led by Zootopia, the latest release from Walt Disney Animation Studios, taking $73 million in its opening weekend, officially the largest ever debut for the House of Mouse, putting the film on track to compete with or even outgross their last two hugely successful offerings, Frozen and Big Hero 6. Following at number 2 was newcomer London Has Fallen, the action sequel pulling $21 million toward a slightly smaller opening than that of its predecessor, 2013's surprise hit Olympus Has Fallen. And rounding out the top 3 was last week's winner Deadpool, the year's first major superhero outing, adding $16 million onto its now $311 million domestic gross. Ceaselessly irreverent and bolstered by an all-or-nothing performance from Ryan Reynolds as anti-hero Wade Wilson, the film has officially outgrossed most of the other films in Fox's X-Men universe, domestically and worldwide, the lone exception being 2014's beloved Days of Future Past. Meanwhile, the weekend's other new release, the Tina Fey starring political comedy Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, stumbled right out of the gate, drawing $7.6 million in total, a poor showing in light of its $35 million production budget. Previous financial disappointment Gods of Egypt had another underwhelming weekend with only $5 million to its credit, its overall gross sitting at a sad $22 million, barely accounting for 1/7 of the film's sizable $140 million budget. Though Gods of Egypt has played better with audiences than with critics, it's on its way to becoming yet another quickly forgotten first quarter release for 2016. Sports drama Eddie the Eagle has fallen to just over $3 million after 1 week, while John Hillcoat's crime thriller 999 performed even worse, taking $2.1 million. Meanwhile, the faith-based drama Risen and the hit animated sequel Kung Fu Panda 3 scored between $3 and $4 million each, while Oscar favorite The Revenant did similar business following its success with the Academy in the Best Director, Actor, and Cinematography categories. Last Sunday's Best Picture victor Spotlight saw an increase in numbers following its big win, adding another $1.8 million onto its $41 million gross. Though the film hasn't exactly set the box office on fire, its newfound status as a genuine prestige picture should guarantee its future life on home video. Viewers can expect Zootopia and Deadpool to continue to fill theaters over the coming week, though Thursday's release of the mysterious 10 Cloverfield Lane may shake things up. That's all for today in the world of movies. I'm Joseph Lewis.
I never felt all that special. But in the wake of an earthquake, we can all do something. When donating goods, it's hard to know what's needed. So now it's my turn to help. Aid workers can spend me locally, or I can help save lives. Someone is doing better because of me. Together, we made that happen.
In your new role, we help you help.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who once took care of you.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
And that is going to do it for this week's LMU Community TV News. Thank you for joining us today. We will see you on Thursday. For everyone here at LMU Community TV, I'm Ashley Hurley. Have a great week.